Hello everyone and welcome back to Elohim Eternal. So in this episode we are back to Og and Sahone, okay. We found the Babel fragments. And the Anakim? Slain. Except for Goliath. He managed to escape. But we found out something more. And what is that? We found journal entries written by a man claiming to be Lot, the cousin of Avram. I see. So you found them. We thought they were lost forever. You knew about this. But this isn't common to the Canaanites. It wouldn't be. We hid them from the Canaanites when the war began and two nations began anew. There have been several points in history when the two nations came close to ending the war and living peacefully with one another. There was the time of Avram and the time of the Watchmen. We learned about the Watchmen in Hebron. But what happened with Lot and Avram? Avram was the Dinger's chosen. He was summoned by the consecrators to gather the Indanites to march on the Canaanites at Mount Sinai. The reason being that the Canaanites at Mount Sinai have developed a way to transport themselves to the kingdom of heaven, where the Dinger dwell. With this device, they could reach the kingdom of heaven and slay the cosmic raiders to avenge the death of Ahix, who you Indanites call Hosanna. But the Canaanites never managed to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's correct. Avram and the Indanites attacked Cain and his followers. Because of that, Avram was seen as a holy one of the cosmic raiders. Oh. But even he fell from the cosmic raiders' favor. How? Avram learned what Cain and his followers were doing at Mount Sinai, about the device to teleport to the kingdom of heaven. Avram wanted to activate Mount Sinai and transport himself to his family and his family to the kingdom of heaven. But wouldn't the cosmic raiders welcome Avram into the kingdom of heaven? Would they? Perhaps the Dinger summoned Avram to stop the Canaanites from using the Mount Sinai because there is something hidden, some deadly secret at the kingdom of heaven that the cosmic raiders do not want us to know about. That is the reason the cosmic raiders have never left the kingdom of heaven. They have always been stationed there, as if protecting it from us, protecting it from both Canaanites and Indanites. How did Avram know how to use Mount Sinai? He had Cain. He spared Cain, and the two of them became friends, finding that they were very much alike. They both believed in Hosanna, though under different names. The only discernible difference was the sanctuary of the cosmic raiders. What stopped Avram from using Mount Sinai were other Canaanites. They were summoned by the cosmic raiders. How? You just said they never come down from the kingdom of heaven. We do not know. But this is what we've been able to piece together from Lot's journals. The cosmic raiders came down from the kingdom of heaven and made a deal with the Canaanites. What kind of deal? Manna in exchange for stopping Avram, and we Canaanites foolishly took the deal. We attacked Mount Sinai, killed Avram, and took Lot as prisoner. Mount Sinai became ours again, but we had no idea how to activate it. What happened to Cain? Believed to be slain. By who? We do not know. Lot does not say either. Then why spare Lot? We knew he had knowledge on Mount Sinai. We captured him hoping he'd reveal its secrets to us. He never did, and he died of old age, never leaving his prison cell in Ur. He left us only his journal, which told us details of his past but nothing more. If Avram killed by the Canaanites, the war began anew. What happened to the deal with the consecrators? They betrayed us, denied us the manna we so desperately needed for ourselves. Instead, they summoned the sons of Abram and poisoned their minds with the murder of their father, and the war began. Until the time of the Watchmen, the Consecrators had a role in that too. Correct. It seemed every time the two nations are close to peace, the Consecrators find a way to reignite the war. Why is that? If you keep the two nations fighting, they won't have any interest in activating Mount Sinai. You said there were other moments in history where this happened. Do you know of any others? Yes, you suspect the Consecrators were behind the tragedy of the battle at Mount Sinai. You mean to say that the Consecrators planted the Infernos? Not quite. We mean that the Consecrators have chosen someone and had given him or her the knowledge to create the Infernos and use them. Both nations lost much in that battle, and ultimately it achieved what the Consecrators have always wanted, stopping anyone from using Mount Sinai. Then why give us the Babel Code to open the seal? We made a deal, Joshua. You gave our people manna that was denied to us, and now you will give us back our children imprisoned at Jericho. We, unlike the Dinter, do not go back on our word. I will use the code to free your people, I swear it. And then, what will you do with the Babel Code? Give them to your superiors and restart a tragedy? I do not know. No one knows how to use Mount Sinai. There's a chance the Consecrators won't punish us. Besides, we don't have all the facts. Why trust Lot? Why trust any of it? Why trust the Consecrators? There's still much I need to learn. You have my word that the Babel Code will not be used to start a war again. I have no reason to fight you. We gladly lay down our arms for peace. Before you go, we want to impart a warning to you. One of our Apkula, or Apkalu, who lived in the time of Lot's imprisonment, left with Goliath and the Anakim. Did you find a woman named Anat? We didn't. Who was she? I see. She was our most skilled and brilliant Apkalus. Her knowledge far exceeds our own. I can't believe that she is dead. No, she must still be alive. If that is the case, look out for her. Do you know anything about this, Beos? No, I have never heard the name. Thank you, we'll keep vigilant. What of Nimrod's arm? Do you intend to keep it? Ah yes, I almost forgot it was there. It's proven useful. Could I keep it? Of course, the arm is yours. Before you go, may we have a moment with Ruthia? You wanted to see me. Yes, we have something to share only to you. One must learn to use the Babel Code in order to open Mount Sinai. Is there a special way? You have the code with you. Look at it. Can you read it? No, I can't. What language is this? It's not binary. No, it's not. The language is believed to be ancient, before our time even. How do you know how to read it then? Lot told us before he died. Then you lied to Baals and Joshua. How could you? Aren't we allies? We are not worried about Baals and Joshua. We know they will keep their word. We see the change in them. But if you have any hope in freeing our youth and coming out of this alive, you need to have something to hold the Indanites accountable. What if the Indanites learn to read the code themselves? They won't. Such a feat would take thousands of years. Even Anat, with all her brilliance, could not understand the Babel Code. We only learned it because of Lot. And now you too will learn the Babel Code. I don't want to keep anything from Baals and Joshua. You must, Ruthia. I know you care for them and that the three of you have been through much, but the other Indanites are not like them. They will slaughter you and your brethren the first chance they get. This is a difficult task we are asking you to do, but I'll do it. It was my fault our young warriors were captured. It's because of me that they are now imprisoned in Jericho. I promised myself that I'd do whatever it takes to free them. So then teach me how to read the code. Well said, Ruthia. We are proud of the woman you have become. You may not look like us, but you have always been a Canaanite. Thank you. I think I needed to hear that. Let us begin, child, and then you can join your friends for the last stretch of your journey together. We finally have the Babel Code in our possession. We need to head back to Jericho. Once we've delivered the Babel Code, Ruthia's people will be freed. I'm not sure what the Council of Judges will do now that we know there are more Canaanites. I'll make certain we don't go to war again. Someone needs to stop this endless cycle of war. What the Ennites and Canaanite people need most is peace. Huh? Was that a scream I just heard? And the clash of metal against metal. What is going on? Oh! Stop. They aren't your enemy. Are you alright? What are you doing? I'm a judge. I'm one of you. Oh, no, you're not. You're not, you're a son of Attica. You're a traitor. Traitor? Ham. Well. If it isn't the prodigal son Joshua. Stop this violence, Ham. These Canaanites are no threat to us. What are you saying? Have you gone mad? They're Canaanites, enemies of Iden. Enemies of the consecrators. Wait. What in Sheol is that arm? That's a Canaanite arm. Baals and Joshua have joined the Canaanites. Traitors. Don't be ridiculous. There's an explanation. When you two didn't return to Jericho, we were sent to Ur-Gera to retrieve the Babel code. It seems you have abandoned your mission. We have the code. Don't tell him. Something's not right here, Joshua. They attacked Baos. Lamech was wrong about you, Joshua. You are a traitor. But Lamech said not to hurt Joshua if we found him. Joshua has forsaken Jehudah and Iden. He has joined forces with the Canaanites and the traitorous Atticans. Lamech will understand. Traitorous Atticans? What has happened since we've been gone? Allow us to show you. Judges, kill them. What the heck? Throw that on. Wait a minute, you guys have a heal? Oh, that's not that bad when you use it, though. Oh god. That should kill. That might kill... No, that did not kill Joshua. You can't hit a weakness. Death's mark. Okay, this should kill. Alrighty, that was a fair enough fight. Oh, Ham's bracelets. Bastard. If only you didn't have that arm. What's going on in Jericho? Why did you call Baos a traitor? Tell me. Calm down, Joshua. Lamech uncovered Attica's treason. He discovered Infernos in Alcandros' quarters. The Atticans were planning a total takeover of Aiden. They planned to slaughter Jehudan judges and enslave our women and children. That can't be true. It's a lie. It was all Alcandros. The sins of Attica are to be punished. They are blinded up to the Consecrator's power. They are the blind ones. Who told you about the blind ones? Who? Damn it. Speak. Enough, Joshua. He's dead. What's going on? I don't know, but we need to hurry. There must be a reason for all this. We need to get back to Jericho. We have to get there before more blood is shed. Your brother, Ruthia, and others. Yes, I know. We haven't a moment to spare. Let's go. What do those bracelets do? Oh my goodness. Joshua, Baos, and Ruthia began their journey back to Jericho. Leaving Garrett, they stopped by Hebron to rest. The Jehudan judges have the Atticans captured like prisoners of war. Why are they keeping them captive like that? This doesn't make sense. Careful, they might see you. So? They're judges. We're one of them. You heard what Ham said? This isn't about finding who planted the Infernos. This is about conquest. It's total takeover of Indonite land and culture. This could break out into civil war. Civil war? No, I refuse to believe that. Can't you trust your eyes? Look in front of you, Joshua. Those are Atticans being taken captive. Not Canaanites, not even Indonite criminals. I can stop this. I can explain. Explain what? And with that arm? They'll see you as a Canaanite just like Ham did. I'll remove it then. There's no point. We just need to get to Jericho. Lamech will listen to me. Exactly. But we can't take the Jordan crossing. It's probably full of judges. We'll have to find a new route. There's only one way I know, but it's but none of you will like it. What is it? We cross the Dead Sea. Damn it, I was afraid you'd say that. What's the Dead Sea? Better you see for yourself. Let's go. And may Hosanna watch over us. Okay. Oh, so it's only Canaanite locations right now. Oh, it's a swamp! Ooh, oh, I like the mapping here. Is this a good idea? I can see where this place got its name from. Which is why we're only passing through as fast as we can. Some prophets and oracles say that this was once a beautiful expanse of water full of plants and wildlife. I mean, it still kind of looks like that. It's just all purple and goopy now. Now it's just a swamp, destroyed by a great battle in ancient times. Some say a battle, others say this part of Iden is not originally part of our planet. What's that supposed to mean? It means that Hosanna or the consecrators brought this part of the planet to Iden, as if they attached it and fastened it with the pillars holding Iden together. Your people think the same as of you, Garrett. How long will it take us to get to Jericho? A few days at least. Don't worry. I'm sure your brother and the others are safe. The judges want the Babel Code, and it's part of our deal with them. Bales is right. Once we get to Jericho, I can explain everything to Lamech. He'll listen to me. And what are we waiting for? Those hurt you. How much? 10? That's not bad. Save us, O Hosanna, for the godly ones are gone, for your faithful servants have vanished from among the heavens. They utter lies to their children. With flattering lips and double heart they speak. May Hosanna sever ties with the unfaithful, who are swallowed up by the wave of power and control, because the poor are plundered, because the needy groan. I will now arise, says Hosanna the highest. I will place her in the safety for what she longs. The words of Hosanna are pure light, like silver refined into a furnace on the ground, purified 7 times. You, O Hosanna, will keep them. You will guard us from this power and control. On every side the wicked prowl, as violence is exalted among the children. The tone of this psalm is very different than the others I've read. It's a lament, that much is for sure. But who is the psalm talking about? Could it be the consecrators? I see those hot plates. I bet you we're gonna finally get a way to pass over those. Which means I could take care of that one on Mount Safan as well. Those are some wild designs. I should buy more of these at some point. No shields, though. That's good. I'm surprised it took me this long to notice that enemies die as slip damage in this game. That's good to know. Oh, come on! That's a beginner's trap! You trained me to look behind trees because the game always hides currency there. Also, I will say I don't like how the screen it does a full screen flash whenever you take damage from those. That's like a really big pet peeve of mine, actually. Like that is, it just doesn't look that good. More of those hot plates. Whoa! It's like a metal elephant. Oh my god. That did a lot. Oh, you have a shield too, I'm just realizing. Okay, that's ideal. Haven't tried Earth, I think. I think that's most of the elements. You gotta be weak to light and earth, I think. I can see where this place got its name. It reeks of the dead. It's said that there are piles of dead people at the bottom of the Dead Sea, and that the water of the Dead Sea is actually blood. The dead from the water. Not exactly. Very few battles have been fought at the Dead Sea. Both Innites and Canaanites consider the Dead Sea a cursed place. So that means we're unlikely to run into any judges here, which is what makes it a safe place to travel in order to get back to Jericho. Safe would not be the first word that pops into my head. If battles weren't fought here, then who are the dead buried now? Those who were before us, before even Ahix, or so the story goes. Stories we are now questioning, which means we have no idea who or what is buried in these waters. It could still be the people who lived with Hosanna before some great tragedy befell our world. But what was that great tragedy? A war of some kind, but against what and against whom we do not know. I bet you the consecrators know. Think they'll tell us? Maybe if we ask nicely. We'll get Joshua to ask them. He's the favored son. Not so sure about that. Once they know of the doubts in my head. Nice. Okay, I think I'll leave it off here too. Alright, I'll see you folks later. Thanks for watching.